Welcome to a brand new episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpier.
Hello.
This time we're starting a brand new game. We're starting 2023's City of Beats. Available on PC and Switch. I'm playing this on PC. I'm assuming you're doing the same as well.
Yep.
How do we describe this? It's a twin stick shooter rhythm roguelike, but you don't have to concern yourself with moving on the rhythm. It's not like that dungeon crawling rhythm game with Freddy Merchantry, Crypt of the Necrodancer. It's not like Crypt of the
There we
Necrodancer.
go.
You have free movement. It's just the enemies move and fire on the beat, and so you fire on the beat as well.
Mm-hmm. And when you fire, it makes musical notes to the beat.
Yes, which is so good. I think I can't understate in this how much all of the musical stuff really comes together nicely. Like having the enemies firing on the beat and making music while you're making music, and kind of everything together is generating this game's soundtrack is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very solid soundtrack as well.
And like one of my favorite parts too is that the sound gives you hints.
Mm-hmm.
Like my biggest annoyance so far are those small little circles with the shields that
Oh, God, yeah.
they do the charge up and then fire a beam at you. But if you're listening to the music, you could hear the beat kind of slightly change and invert as they fire.
Yep.
So it's helpful to try and get your timing down. I still don't have my timing down.
No.
Uh,
And like,
to learn.
and sometimes there's like really big enemies that do multiple shots. The one that's always stuck in my head is the guy that shoots like 8 shots in time. And they go boo 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 bwomp, and I was like, ugh, that's so good.
Uh-huh.
But like, I think the thing that is sort of surprising to me about this game is it's hard. Like,
Oh
I
yes.
don't have they do have sort of assists in there where you can decrease damage that you take by 25 or 50%. They call it survival assist. I don't have those turned on because I kind of like starting at the baseline experience here. But man, I have this past week. I've played this for 2 weeks. This past week is the first time I've beaten the second area's boss and made it to the third and final area for the first time. Like this game is it I don't think it's unfairly difficult by any stretch, but it is more than happy to not pull its punches whatsoever. In a way that I kind of respect quite a bit. What's the furthest you've made it on a run
The
here?
first level's boss.
Okay. Have you beaten the first level's boss?
No.
Okay.
I have not beaten him yet because I keep getting to him with suffering from, I'm not even gonna say success, just plain old suffering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the thing that I've been really pleasantly surprised by in this game, and I say pleasantly because this doesn't really happen in all roguelikes that we play, is it has kind of an upgrade tree in its in the hub area.
The
It'd be like
hub. Yeah.
you can put the green little cubes into this thing, and you get increased damage and health and dodge cooldown and stuff like that. Those make a really big difference. The kind of thing that we make fun of roguelikes every once in a while for saying like we get 0.04% more armor, hooray. It's like it's none of that. It's like
Uh-huh.
you get 3% more weapon damage, and that gets like 3% more every time you spend the upgrades. You get a bunch more health every time you invest in that. I just got by getting to the third area, I got the second set of The skills that you can take into a run that you use the purple currency for.
Yes.
I got the one that I equipped very quickly, which was just you get to come back to life with 25% of your health when you die in a run. It's like,
Oh,
yes,
hey,
thank
it's
God.
Death Defiance.
Yeah, like thank God. That I was sorely missing that one in this game that is incredibly difficult. Um, and I think a lot of the difficulty stuff uh, is really for me coming down to weapon preference. I like the starting weapon. I kind of don't like the second weapon, that bow. Um,
Yeah, I just got the bow.
yeah, the like when you when you dodge and you stop firing while you dodge, it feels like it takes a really long time to be able to shoot again, um, which is not a problem. I don't have all four weapons unlocked. That's not a problem with the third weapon though, which is like a laser beam gun that continues to fire as you're dodging, and it is
Okay.
incredibly strong. It shoots out two or three beams at once normally, which you can increase with a bunch of the selectable skills as you go through the kind of FTL nodes. And
Hmm.
it's for anyone that isn't playing, you have your primary attack, which is just your regular like on the beat attack. You have the kind of shotgun style power attack that changes a little bit for weapons. This one is really good. Instead of like two shots, you're shooting out four or five at a time in kind of a concentrated area. And then you have your supercharged thing, whatever that's called on the right bumper, that you just dump shots like
Yeah, like the
nobody's
charge
business.
shot.
Yeah. That one's really good, especially as you start upgrading it at the hub to last longer. That can last for a significantly longer time. And I think getting more comfortable with the that kind of charged shotgun power shot and getting way more aggressive with some of these enemies that are kind of high damage dealers, that has made me feel way better about my performance in this game overall. It's still really rough, and that poison in the second area sucks. Something fierce, but like it feels at least a little bit more manageable getting some upgrades there, which I
Yeah, we should also probably say like I love the way this game looks.
it's very
Like
cool.
it's like super. It's got a like cyberpunk, very foggy but neon lights kind of vibe to it, and like
Yeah,
everything is super bright so that you can see it coming, kind of thing.
yeah, and each level takes place on top of a like a skyscraper that's poking through the clouds in the first area. The second area, the whole city is underwater, so the waves are kind of lapping at the top of the building, and then the third area you're in a desert, so like the buildings are kind of sun baked over there. It's a very cool looking game, has very cool style. I think my only criticism for this game so far, and this comes down to personal preference more than anything. I have a couple of like weird little issues that I have with the game, like when you go to a store and the game says, "Oh, you can buy this thing," and you get a buff to like weapon damage for the next two nodes. I'd like to see the map in the shop so I can know, is the boss or mini boss two nodes away or more than two nodes? Like, do I need to spend the money now to try
Yeah,
and just destroy the boss or not? And that's not an option. You can leave the shop, but that leaves the shop permanently. So there's like little issues there. And for me, sometimes the game's humor doesn't really land super well. There's like one specific instance where I mentioned there's an FTL style kind of node map in this game. Sometimes your only option is to go to like a store node or a like a health clinic node or something like that. And especially the health one, you can go there and not have enough money to heal yourself, or like you're at full health so you don't need to heal yourself, and your only option
Mm-hmm.
is leave the shop without buying anything, and the game says, why did you come here in the first place? It's like, well,
Yep.
because that's the only node I could go to. Like, I, I I appreciate the game having humor, and like it is a genuinely snarky game that I think does have fun with it. Like, it's not a game that takes itself overly seriously, but sometimes it's sort of like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. Like, I don't. That was the only option I had. So like, you don't need to snark me right now. But again, that's more of a
Yeah.
personal preference thing. Um, how anything else you have for kind of our first initial first week impressions here of City of Beats?
Uh, I need to vastly increase the skill points I have in the dodge mechanic because my timing is not good enough to do it effectively yet. So I'm going to pump my skill points into that right now because that is the thing that I'm suffering with the most.
And the getting a longer shield during the dodge really does help too, because you can get it to a point where your shield persists after you finish dodging,
You
and that
dodge.
helps a lot.
Yep.
So I I really like this game. I This is kind of one of the things I like that Moon had recommended this game here for the show, in sort of full transparency, because he saw it was on Steam, had come out a couple years ago, and had really not enough.
16 reviews, I think,
Yeah, like not
when we
enough
looked at
reviews
it.
for a game that looked really cool. So it's like, all right, let's check it out on the show. Let's see how it plays and how it does. Um, and I really like it. I'm having a blast with it. I wish I could play it for longer in a sitting, but it's pretty intense. So I can play for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe at most, and feel kind of
It is very focus needed. Like, it's not one of
yeah.
those ones where you can zone out.
Yeah, so like I feel like I kind of need a rest. I do like This is one of the games that I do feel like it works really well with the that kind of node based map, because you go and you fight a couple of enemy waves and you do like an intense battle, and then you go take a breather for a minute on on the map. You take a you know take a shot at whatever you're gonna do, take a sip of water, and then go back. And like having that downtime between stages, I think really helps. Um,
Hmm.
and I think this game is super cool. I would really recommend people
Yes.
checking it out. I think as we've been recording here, it's been less than $5, which seems more than fair for a game that is as well made as this one is. And only a two-person studio, one person and a contractor to do the music here. So support
Yep.
indie studios here, genuine indie studios, to kind of throw a grenade in this room and run out of here. But yeah, check out City Beats. It's really great. I hope everyone is enjoying it, and I hope everyone's playing along with us. And I hope we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye.